Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Game Fame Nation here, and in today's GTA 6 video, we are going to be talking about Strauss Zelnick actually talking about on live television stuff that you probably didn't know about GTA 6, and he literally said this on live television. We're going to be diving into Strauss Zelnick, CEO and chairman, basically the head of Rockstar Games and Take-Two Interactive, who had to go on to say this in an earnings call in a meeting with the Q2, which he also explained a little bit more about the GTA 6 budget, talking a little bit about more how the release date stands of May 26th of 2026, and he also said something that a lot of us fans did not know about Grand Theft Auto 6, and this is what he had to go on to say.
On track to be released in May 2026. The stock rebounding today from Friday's losses, now up roughly 20% this year. Joining us now in an exclusive interview is Take-Two Interactive Chairman and CEO Strauss Zelnick. Welcome. Great to have you always.
Great to be here.
So, I mean, things are looking good ahead of this release, it seems, given your report.
Things are looking amazing. We had a great first quarter. It's great to be able to guide up for the year. And what's really exciting is that we're performing across all of our labels. And mobile has had this wonderful story with 2 new big hits. And as you know, the hardest part of our business is to create new mobile hits. So I couldn't be more thrilled with how things are going.
What's driving that sort of inflection in mobile?
I think what's driving it is our teams are just doing a wonderful job. So the new hits are coming from our labels, our studios in Turkey, Peak and Rollic. And Peak has launched Match Factory, which is massive, and Rollic's had its biggest hit with Color Block Jam, also massive.
So it's just the innovation cycle, that's what's working right now?
They're just doing a great job creatively, and they also are great marketers, and they run lean operations. Our 3-part strategy is be the most creative, be the most innovative, be the most efficient, and they stand for that.
Is the growth coming from people upgrading, or are you bringing in new gamers?
Oh, these are new customers to both of these games, absolutely.
What does that kind of runway look like?
What is the runway? How high is up?
What's the addressable market here?
The addressable market's huge. I mean, you can easily have a mobile title that does $1 billion a year in revenue. We don't have a title like that. Our titles are somewhat smaller, but we have a lot of them. I think we can say that we have the best collection of owned intellectual property across mobile and console and PC in the business.
Is business being driven by macro at all? I mean, consumer, household, discretionary income, job opportunities, things like that?
Well, as you know, we're sort of in soft landing mode. And so in a terrible recessionary environment, entertainment businesses get hurt as well. We wish we could say we're counter-cyclical or even resistant. We're really not. However, when household spending becomes a little tighter, as you can imagine, people are more careful. And in the entertainment business, the form that takes is going to quality. So, you know, a kind of want-to-have becomes I don't care. A must-have is still a must-have, and our job is to make the best entertainment on Earth. That's what we try to do every day. We only try to make the biggest hits. We don't always succeed. However, when we do succeed, even in tougher times, people will show up.
And in an era where everyone talks about AI's impact on coding, right, and engineering, talk about that trajectory right now, how it affects your ability to write.
So we haven't had enormous efficiencies yet. I do believe we will over time. Our head of IT is reviewing about 200 different pieces of software at any given time. And, you know, as you know, all investment on Earth has sort of been magnetically drawn to all things AI. So I think we'll create a lot of efficiencies. I'm concerned, though, that we'll probably offset that with our spending to make things bigger and better. And so I've taken the position that I don't want people to expect that suddenly our production costs are going to dive. What isn't going to change is it's still going to be really hard to make a hit. It's not going to make it easier to make a hit.
Let's talk. I mean, speaking of Grand Theft Auto 6, there's so much anticipation for this. I wonder how much actually the stock move is about this and just how much of your conversations with investors are dominated by this anticipation of this release.
Well, look, right now we have the ability to talk about performance across all of our labels right this very minute in this incredible release schedule ahead of Grand Theft Auto 6. So, for example, our 2K label is just booming. NBA 2K25 is up materially year over year. It sold in 11.5 million units. Recurrent consumer spending is up 48% year over year. Our WWE series, thanks to our friends at TKO, is just doing great. We just released Mafia: The Old Country, which is looking really, really good. And we have Borderlands 4 coming and the new iteration of NBA 2K coming. So we have that from 2K. Of course, as you mentioned, everything related to GTA is meaningfully up year over year. So of course there's anticipation, and our mobile business is booming. Our job is to really to deliver across the entire company. So I actually think the conversation right now and the stock movement now is a reflection of our underlying economics, which is the entire business. I don't think it's just based on like what is to come in the future.
Although there is a lot of talk about that.
There is, and I'm happy there is. I mean, we had 475 million views in 24 hours for trailer 2, setting a new record, breaking the internet. These are good things.
And it was delayed, and so now May 26, 2026.
Yes. Got that right.
Level of conviction there? Or is that...
My level of conviction is very, very high, obviously.
So that's going to happen. How much of the Rockstar team is working on this?
Well, Rockstar does have a lot of other things going on, but this is, of course, the primary focus.
Do you worry about great expectations?
That is such a great question. Look, we try not to pump expectations, right? I think Rockstar's whole stock and trade is to have these extraordinary expectations and still to beat them. I know that's their goal. I know it's going to be an amazing game.
So that's what we heard from Strauss Zelnick, who actually had gone to say that GTA 6 till this day is still going to be on track on May 26th of 2026, which is actually good news. And I know a lot of you guys would be like, oh, well, we've heard this news before, Mr. Game Fame Nation. We've heard that it was going to be on track. Well, actually, insiders of the community and TezFunds 2 and other reputable leakers to the GTA 6 community actually confirmed that September was going to be another delay, where GTA 6 would get delayed another month and it wouldn't be on track. Well, now we just confirmed that it is on track, so that clears up that whole misunderstanding. So that's pretty cool. He also talked about how there is high expectations for Grand Theft Auto 6, and he says that they're consumers, and of course the net rate is actually going up tremendously. Like over the last 24 hours in the trailer 2, when it first released, had billions or millions of views at that point, and they were thrilled to have that and thrive. He also mentioned that Rockstar Games are working on other things besides Grand Theft Auto 6, so that could give us cool details that something like some kind of maybe a Red Dead Redemption expansion would be coming, or some kind of another game like Red Dead Redemption 3, or maybe even another definitive edition of some shape or form of GTA 4. That is obviously going to be in the works as well. So Rockstar Games have definitely got GTA 6, and they're definitely working on making it the most anticipated game of all time, but they're also working on more games, which could honestly be what we've been waiting for a long time. Either Red Dead Redemption 3, otherwise it could be another remastered to Grand Theft Auto 4, as they have been talking about as decades, and they found leaked in the files of the GTA database, which shows that they were clearly working on that at the time. And we don't know if there still are, because like Zelnick hasn't talked a little bit more about that. But pretty much for Grand Theft Auto 6, it's still back on track. That's really good news. That means we don't have to wait any longer. We know that it's definitely seeking perfection. We know that it's bringing in billions of views, not millions of also copies as well. So we're going to be definitely getting our hands on the best game ever, which they're also going to be working on something in the meantime, which is Red Dead Redemption 3. Otherwise, it might be a remastered or a remake of GTA 4. Those are currently the things. And they also said a lot more to talk about precisely for Grand Theft Auto 6, that there is going to be a big hit. So that's pretty cool. That's basically what he discussed. He didn't say anything about more trailers. He never said anything about trailer 3. He didn't mention anything like that. But he basically said all of this on live television. And what makes this more important is he hasn't really talked about Grand Theft Auto 6 this much ever. Usually when someone asks him a question from CBNC News, basically what happens is he says, I'm not talking about that, or that will be Rockstar's discussion to talk about. So really, he was more open this time, obviously, because they know the game is going to be a major hit, and he can legally talk a little bit more about it, as Rockstar Games are technically giving us information literally day by day, which could be some type of, hopefully, news with trailer 3, if that being trailer 2, and Rockstar Games actually still talking about it till this day. But other than that, they've been pretty radio silent. We haven't heard anything else from Rockstar Games. But we do know trailer 3 is also in the book, so they also could be working on that along with those new games, which is quite cool. But anyway, guys, that is all the information I got for you guys on this video today. That is everything Strauss Zelnick had to talk about Grand Theft Auto 6. Basically, once again, saying it's on track. That's good news. We don't have to worry about a delay. Saying that there's new stuff to come, hopefully like a GTA 4 remastered or Red Dead Redemption 3 or even Trailer 3. Rockstar Games are definitely working on something huge. And like I said, it hasn't been revealed, but we can pretty good idea and take a good guess at what they're going to be doing and what they are talking about. But other, like I said, they've been radio silent and haven't really said anything, but I feel like we're moments away from hearing more information. And not to mention that GTA 6 is almost 1 year away already, so it's not going to take much longer for us to wait for this game. And they didn't extend the time or make us wait any longer than we already have. So May 26, 2026 is still on track, and that's actually some good news that came out. Not to mention all the other stuff that Strauss Zelnick actually had to go on to talk about as well. But like I said, guys, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily awesome videos, such as GTA 6 Rockstar Games videos and all the upcoming videos that I'll be doing on my channel. Subscribe for more of those. Let me know in the comments down below. Is GTA 6 going to be the most anticipated game ever? Is Rockstar Games secretly working on a remastered to GTA 4 or maybe even Red Dead Redemption 3? Let me know what you're thinking in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. And did we get a lot of information on live TV from Strauss Zelnick? Let me know what you're thinking in those comments down below. Stay happy, healthy, and well, and I'll see you guys all later on the next video.